So I finally paid my my Kinstretch licensing fee, so I can call it Kinstretch now. You know, okay. I don't think I ever explained what it was. You know, it's a training system that can improve your flexibility and mobility, build strength and tissue resilience, prevent and mitigate injuries, and improve your overall movement capacity. It's pretty sweet. You know, I've been kind of fixated on the hips, so we're going to continue on with that theme. We're going to do some bear sit, some frog sit, some unconventional external rotation from 90-90, some passive range holds, and we're going to finish out with some caps for the cars. We will start, I think that's probably all we're going to get. We got 5 people. Who else is in here? So we got Jamie and Megan and Connie. Who are the other 2 lurkers? Can't see their comments. So we're going to start with our car routines. It takes about 18 to 20 minutes. We're going to start with our cervical spines. We're going to start with the neck. We're going to go to a tall kneeling position. And make sure you can still see me. Okay, hands are going to go over the sides. I want you to think about kind of clenching your fists. If you have tennis balls, you can hold those. They kind of create more radiation. Tighten up your abs and your belly. I'll give you a little bit of a profile shot. Okay, so we're going to start with the neck. Only thing I want moving is your neck. So I don't want your shoulders going along for the ride. Try to only let your neck be the thing that's rotating and moving. We're going to start nice and easy. I'm going to put this on a timer. Okay, so we're just going for really, whoa, what's up, Andrea? Modify for the prego if needed. Just shoot a comment, Andrea, and I'll hook you up. So from the tall kneeling position, guys, if this bugs your knees or you have very sensitive knees, make sure you have a lot of padding, or I honestly don't mind if you sit up or just stand up, all right? So let's start with the neck, guys. Hands at the side, squeeze the belly, tighten up the booty. Good, bring that chin down to chest. You're gonna rotate the head so it goes across the collarbone. You're gonna laterally flex ear to shoulder. Chin goes up to sky. Slowly bring your chin all the way to the opposite shoulder. Go trace along that collarbone again, and you're going to continue on that same direction. Rotate, side bend, extend up to sky without sticking the rib cage out. Oh. And each time we do our circle, guys, you're going to try to expand that circle ever so gently, fighting for a little more range each time we go. Doesn't matter how many reps you do, just how you do your reps. Okay? Try to move 1 mile an hour. Try to pay attention to where your neck is the most tight. And we're going to change directions. Rotate to the right. Laterally flex to the right. Extend up to the sky. Ooh. All the way down. Keep going the same direction. Hey guys, make sure you're not experiencing any crazy pinching sensations radiating down your arm. If you are, you should be going way smaller circles. And if you still can't get that pain to go away, you should probably go see your doctor. Okay? Nice and easy. And relax. Okay, now we're going to go for the lumbar and thoracic spine. So we're going to go arms across chest. And the same thing as we do this, I don't want my pelvis going along for the ride. I only want my spine rotating and twisting. We're going to go arms across the chest. Think about pushing the hands into your body so I couldn't pull your hands off your chest. We're going to flex that spine, squeeze the butt, tighten at the abs. Flex and hold. We're going to twist to the right. Hold, find your end range. Then you're going to side bend. Then we're going to rotate into extension, trying to get each vertebrae to contribute to that extension. Side bend on the left side. And then we're going to rotate back into flexion. Rotate right, side bend right. Slowly rotate into extension without that pelvis turning, guys. Side bend, flex and rotate at the same time. Rotate to the right, side bend, slowly extend. Those hips are staying in line and square. Oh, fight for a little more range each time you do your circle. Slowly flex, rotate, side bend, slowly extend and try to get each vertebrae in that back to contribute to that extension. Oh, switch sides. Good, now we're going to change direction. Okay? Make sure you're not bending over like this. This isn't flexion, this is hip flexion. I just want spine flexion. It doesn't flex that much. A couple work in millimeters, guys. Okay, so twist to the left, side bend, rotate into extension, side bend, then rotate into flexion. Keep your tension in the glutes and the stomach, side bend, slowly rotate into extension, side bend, slowly rotate into flexion, twist, side bend, slowly extend, side bend, and then flex. Boom. Okay, for our scapular cars, if you need to just do it from a seated up position like this, it's a little bit easier. I'm going to go a little bit harder today. I know some of you have been doing a lot of the mobility classes, so we're going to level up. So we're going to sit our butt back on our feet, okay? I'm going to hold myself up with my arms, get a nice upright body position. Then I'm going to do my scapular cars. I'm going to go shoulders up to ears. Shoulders move forward. No, down. Shoulders move forward, depress down, retract back. We're going to go 30 seconds each direction. Elevate up to the ears. Slowly move forward, so we protract them, depress them down, and then retract them back. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down. Notice how my head's staying on the body. And as I protract and retract, that's when my head moves. So depress, retract, try to get those shoulder blades to glide around the rib cage, elevate up to the ears, protract and forward, they're gliding back around the rib cage. Now let's change direction. So elevate, retract, depress, protract. Elevate, retract, depress, protract. Elevate, so bring them up to your ears, pinch those shoulder blades back. Now pull them down as far as you can. You should feel your lats turning on as this happens. Protract forward. 5 more seconds. Up, back, down, forward. Good. Those are our scap cars. Okay. We're going to go on to our glenohumeral joint, so the actual shoulder. And I'm going to do a level 2 for the car for this. I'm going to put this foam roller on my back, and just to demonstrate how small my circle needs to be. So a lot of times we compensate a lot with our back to make our shoulder circle bigger. So I'm going to put this on my back. If it falls off, that's just telling me that I'm compensating with my torso and my spine to help my shoulder move more. All right, you don't have to do this. You can just sit up and do it, or you can just do it from a quadruped position like this. I'm going to put this on my back. Bam. Okay. So I had Jamie do this with a PVC pipe the other day. She tried her best, but it's still, she's learning. All right. So I'm going to take my left hand off the floor, put it out in front of me, slowly raise that thumb up. Okay, when I get to its end range, I'm going to pretend like I'm holding on to a cup. I'm going to pour that drink out and try to reach my hand up and back as high as I can get it. Ooh. Okay, all the way rotating to all of my knuckles touch the side of my leg. Then I'm going to reach straight back and up. And I'm going to slowly bring my hand all the way back to the start. Ooh. Trying to get as much rotation. Get as much rotation out of my shoulder joint as possible. So as my hand's twisting, so is my shoulder. I'm going to raise that guy up. Point that thumb up to the sky. Pour my beer out. And rotate through that shoulder as much as I can. And reach straight back and up as high as I can get that hand. And I keep rotating the whole time, so now my palms are going to be pointed towards the camera. Knuckles are by my side. I'm going to reach straight back up and do extension. Then I'm going to externally rotate all the way back to the start. Your circle might look a little different than mine. It might be bigger, might be smaller. Depends how mobile your shoulder is. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to bring it up. Pour that beer out. Get as much rotation through the shoulder as you can. Reach straight back and up. Oh my gosh. All the knuckles touch the side of your leg. Reach straight back and up into extension, and then externally rotate all the way back to the start. Yeah, you do, Shelly. Good. We're going to switch sides. To the left side now. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Okay. I'm just going to go like this. Cool. So reach straight back and up. I'm going to pour that drink out. I'm going to rotate all the way back up into, I'm trying to rotate as much as I can so all my knuckles touch my leg. Reach straight back and up into extension. When you hit that roadblock where it gets stuck, that's your cue to start rotating through the shoulder. So we're going to get back to the start. Good. So you get started, arms locked out, palms facing up. Raise that palm up, turn the thumb pointed straight up. Pretend like you're holding onto a cup, a red cup, pour the beer out, and then try to reach your hand up and back as high as you can, rotating it the entire time. So all knuckles touch the side of the hip. Good. Reach straight back and up. Ooh, and then externally rotate when you hit that roadblock. All the way back to the start, guys. We're going to do one more rep. Palm up to the sky. Thumb goes up. Pour that drink out, rotating through the shoulder joint as much as you can. Reach straight back and up as high as you can. Touch all knuckles to the side of your leg. Reach straight back and up again. Externally rotate all the way back to the start. Ooh. Boom. Woo! Hey, what's up, Becky? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Emery, you might want to get in on this. Okay, guys, now we're going to do our elbows. You can sit your butt on your feet if you want, or you go to a tall kneeling position. I like this position because I stretch out my quads too. We're going to go hands up. Get the elbow pit is going to be your focal point. So this elbow pit, I want it facing straight up to the sky. I don't want my bicep and my shoulder moving. I only want the forearm twisting and rotating, okay? So we're going to go palms up, elbow pits pointed up. We're going to pretend like the air around us just got really dense, and we're going to bring our hands all the way to our face under tension. So, nice and easy. I'm going to start flexing my hands towards my face under tension. When I get the hands as far as I can, I'm going to turn the palms towards the camera, so I'm going to pronate my hands, twisting as much as I can. Ooh. Then under tension, extend the arms, keeping the elbow pits pointed up. Lock it out, hold. Then supinate again, so palms turn straight up. Flex. Bring the hands towards face. Turn the palms towards the camera. Extend the arms out. Keep the palms pointed down. Flex arms back to face. Keep the elbow pits pointed up. I shouldn't see your biceps rotating. Supinate hands towards face. So palms are facing your face. Extend the arms out. Ooh. Pronate down, so palms point down. Flex the arms back towards your face. Supinate, so turn the palms towards your face. Slowly extend the arms. Elbow pits are still pointed up. Lock it out and relax. Woo. Okay, now for the wrist. You're just going to go to a nice 90-degree angle with the arm. So pretend like your cell phone's balancing on your forearm here. Most important thing in your life. And we're going to do some wrist cars. So I like to make a fist. If you like to do a karate chop hand, you can. I like the fist. Make sure that when we do our wrist, that the forearm is not rotating. Okay? So, we're going to go pinkies. Both pinkies go in. I'm going to extend the knuckles towards the floor. So I'm going to do a wrist extension. Turn the pinkies out. And then I'm going to flex all the way up. I'm going to go pinkies in. Extend down. Pinkies out. And flex all the way up. I'm going to change direction now. So pinkies out. Extend down. Pinkies in. Flex all the way up. Pinkies out. Extend down. Pinkies in. Flex all the way up. Boom. Those are your wrists, guys. Okay, I'm going to come back to this guy. Use the level 2 cars for the hip. We're going to go back to the quadruped position. Remember, if you guys just want to do this without the roller on your back, you can. I'm just adding it to show how you can make these cars harder and create more awareness by having a little tactile feedback. So I'm going to set up in my quadruped position. My left knee is going to come off the floor. I'm going to tighten up the rest of my body. I'm going to slowly bring that knee up towards my chest. I'm going to pretend like there's a tennis ball behind my knee, smashing it so my hamstring stays active. I'm slowly going to abduct, so I'm going to open up that leg like I'm a dog going to the restroom. I'm going to find my end range. Get as far as I can go. There's not much. Then I'm going to internally rotate, so I'm going to twist my heel towards the camera, and then kick up to the sky at the same time. That's extension and internal rotation. Bring the leg in line with the body. Now, I'm going to bring my knee all the way back to the camera and try to go all the way back up to my armpit. Nice and slow. And then back down. I'm going to turn it sideways so you get a little different angle. Try not to get you the butt shot. Okay, so knee comes off the floor. I'm going to tuck knee up towards my chest. I'm going to abduct towards the sky. I'm going to internally rotate and slowly extend that foot up to the ceiling like I'm balancing a drink on the bottom of my heel. Okay, remember you're smashing that tennis ball behind your knee the entire time. Now kick that knee back out to the side and slowly bring it all the way back to your chest. No, notice how that roller is still on my back. I'm not twisting through my torso or my pelvis as I'm doing this. I'm only moving that hip joint through its range of motion. Each time I do my rep, I'm trying to fight for a little more range. Each time I go, I get little isometrics in each position, and I slowly move through, with as much control as I can muster up. Knee back out to the side. Try to bring the knee all the way back up towards the armpit. Ooh, and finish with the knees touching. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so you can see from another angle. I'll show you from the front. You can actually see how much I'm abducting my leg. It's not very much, guys. So, right knee comes off the floor. Knee comes to chest. Slowly going to abduct out. I'm going to smash that tennis ball behind my knee. Internally rotate. Ankle goes out. Heel goes up to sky. Bring the leg in line with your body. Slowly turn that knee out to the side again. And bring it all the way back up to your armpit without turning your pelvis or rotating through your spine. Bring knees together. Second rep, bring knee up towards chest. Abduct to the sky. Ay, ay, ay. Internally rotate and kick the heel up. As high as you get this time. Kick knee back out to the side and slowly bring it all the way back to the start. Knee down, knee back up to sky. Open up. Internally rotate and kick up. Knee goes back out to the side. Bring it all the way back up to your armpit. We're going to finish on this rep. And then down, knees together. Woo! Now I'm sweating. All right, enough of that. We're going to our knee. So for our knee, you can do this a bunch of different ways. You can do it standing, you can do it sitting in your chair. I do it when I'm watching TV. We're going to grab our femur so the thigh doesn't move. All I want is I want tibial rotation. So this bone, your shin bone, the one you hit on all your coffee tables, that bone, we want it to rotate, okay, like this. We use our foot to help. So I'm just going to hold my thigh in place like so. Tuck my toe up towards my head. And I'm going to internally rotate my foot and try to get this tibia to rotate. Okay, now nice and easy. I'm going to extend up to the sky. But don't lock out your leg. If you have the mobility, please don't lock it out. Now you're going to externally rotate, so turn that foot out. You're going to feel the outside hamstring fire. Heel goes back to butt. Okay, now internally rotate. Find your end range. Fight for more. So now you feel the inside head of the hamstring firing. Slowly extend, but don't lock it out. Now externally rotate. Find your end range. Now fight for a little more. So you feel the outside head of the hamstring fire. Pull it back down. Keep that foot turned out. We're going to come up again. Now internally rotate until you feel the inside head of the hamstring fire. Now flex down. Good. Now externally rotate. Extend up. Internally rotate. Woo! Flex down. And that's it. 2 reps on each side. Good. Grab onto your left leg now. Externally rotate that foot as far as you can. Now fight for a little more range of motion so you feel the outside head of the hamstring fire. Slowly extend up, but don't lock out the knee. Internally rotate, pull down. Externally rotate, extend up. Internally rotate, fight for more range, and then pull down. Keep your foot turned in, extend up. Externally rotate, find your end range, fight for a little more, guys. Pull down. Internally rotate, find your end range, fight for a little more, and then extend back up. Oh my gosh. Externally rotate, find your end range, fight for a little more, and pull down. Bam. Okay, now we're going to do our ankles. So stack your right foot on top of your left. Point your toe like a dancer. Keep the knee locked out, because now I don't want the tibia moving. I only want the ankle bone moving. So you can look down your whole thigh. I shouldn't see your thigh shouldn't be moving left and right. The only thing moving now, guys, is your ankle. So you're going to point that toe and pretend there's a piece of chalk on it. You're going to try to draw the biggest circle you can with your big toe. So you're going to go in, up, out, down. In, up, nice and slow. 3 reps each direction at your own pace. That's 2 for me. Nice and slow, 1 mile an hour. Try to go the same speed the whole time. Okay, guys? Wow, that is super tight. And switch sides. Boom. Dorsiflexion. Plantar flexion. Abduction. Inversion, eversion. Boom. 2. I'm just mumbling to myself. Don't mind me. And switch legs. If you got your 3, point that toe, bam, and then do your rotations. I wish you showed us this during football season. I did, bro, but you didn't listen, Jackson Grant. And also, there's 80 of you. It's really hard to teach this stuff. This is way better platform for it, though. The only ones that really want to do it are going to pay attention. But I'm glad you're here, Jackson. And switch direction. Boom. 3 circles each way. Boom. Boom. Okay, now guys, sit on your butt. Now, keeping your whole foot flat on the floor, slide your feet out as far as you can go, keeping points of contact on the whole foot. Okay, that's as far as I can go. This is going to put you in end range of motion for plantar flexion. We're going to do our toe cars. So we're going to go big toe goes up, only the big toe, but don't lose your arch. The big toe back down. Now big toe back up. And big toe back down. And big toe back up. Get higher this time. Big toe back down. We're going for a big toe PR. Lift off as high as you can. Go. Good. Now all toes up. Big toe down. Ooh. All toes up. Keep the balls of your feet on the floor. Big toe down. Big toe up. So my left big toe is way worse than my right. My left foot's the foot I had really bad plantar fasciitis on this year. You can totally see the difference. That's really cool. Big toe down. Big toe up as high as you can. Now spread all the toes out. And you're going to put the pinky toe down first. And like you're playing the piano. Bam. All toes up. Pinky toe goes down first. Bam, 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 bam. Boom. All toes up. Pinky toe goes down first. Bam, 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 bam. And relax. That's it. Okay, guys, we're going to get into our the strength training portion of the workout. We're going to do 1 set of bear sit, pails and rails, 1 set of frog sit, pails and rails. All right, so for the bear sit, we're going to put our groin under stretch. That's the only metric I would like to have for you. You can get set up exactly like me, or if you have a better position that you can get in, that you're feeling a really good deep groin stretch, then I want you to do that. All right, so we're going to start out grabbing under your shins. I'm going to spread my feet out, and I'm going to point my toes away from each other, and I'm going to try to pull my knees back and high as I can get them. Okay? So I want to get set up. I'm going to keep situating my position, turn my feet out, and straighten out my back, and I'm going to try to get a nice stretch in my groin. All right? We're going to sit like this for 2 minutes. Okay? Should be kind of relaxing. All right? And we do the 2-minute timer because that's what science says. What's up, Janessa? Is the minimum requirement to facilitate physiological and neurological change. So to build new tissues. Just holding this passive stretch will build new tissues in our groin. Right? So what we're going to do for the pails and rails, we're going to pretend like our legs are like a book. Right? So this motion is adduction, this is abduction. Right? In the bear sit, we're stretching out our groin right now. And when we do the pails and rails, that's our isometric portion of the strength training. So isometric is going to happen with my legs are going to try to close, but my arms are going to stop it. Right? So if my legs are like a book, and I'm going to close the book, my arms are going to stop that from happening. That's going to create the isometric where everything on the inside is turning on. I'm going to build this up from 0 to 100% irradiation. So your maximum voluntary muscle contraction by the time I get to 100%, where you're trying to close your legs as hard as you can, but your arms are stopping that from happening. We're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. And then we're going to reverse it, where I'm going to try to open my legs now without the assistance of my hands. I'm going to drive my knees to the floor to get more hip abduction. Okay, we're going to hold that for 20 seconds. Okay, your legs should get closer to the floor to do the second part. All right. So we got about 30 more seconds, then we'll start our first set. Right, and then we're going to do the same thing for the frog sit. All right. Good. So if you can get deeper into the stretch, drive those knees closer to the floor so you get closer to your end range of motion. Right? You want to do this strength work at our end range. Okay? So I'm driving my legs open even more. I have a really nice stretch right now. And then we're going to begin our pales contraction. So we're going to progressively build up this isometric loading. Okay? So 20%, I want everyone to try to close their legs. Okay? It should be kind of easy, but you're feeling all those muscles inside turn on. Then go up to 40%. If 40% feels good, go up to 60. Okay, and I'll hold 60. Now, if 60% feels good, I want you to everyone build up to 80% tension. If you're feeling any kind of pinching, bad pain at this 80%, back down to 60 or 40. Okay, and if 80 feels good, I want your safest and greatest 100%. Try to close your legs and go. Keep trying to drive those legs closed, but your arms are stopping it from happening. You're feeling that all the inside hip stuff firing right now. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of your shins and try to drive your knees to the floor now. And try to open your legs even more. Pretend like I'm trying to push you on the bottom of your knee, and you're driving the back of your knee into my hand. Okay, trying to push your knees towards the floor, trying to get your hips as much abduction as you can. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3. Do not relax. 1, grab onto your shins, hold your legs in the new end range they're in, and then relax. I'm going to take 3 recovery breaths. I'm going to hang out in this new end range of motion I have. I'm way wider than when I started. In slow, out slower for the recovery breaths. Bam. All right. That is our one set of bear sit. We're going to go on to our frog sit now. So we're just going to invert that. We're going to change the load a little bit. So I'm going to give you guys a profile shot. And the frog sit's really cool. My frog sit's in one of my favorite positions because I usually sit and read in it. You're going to spread your legs nice and wide. You're going to set up just like the bear sit. I like to turn my toes out. Okay? And then from this position, you can mess around with all different kinds of positions. You can sit on your elbows. If you need to, you can put a block or a pillow underneath your chest to kind of support yourself because this is pretty intense. I do this so much, I'm not going to use a block today. Okay, and then also you can also mess around with hip tilting, pelvic tilting. So our timer started, guys. So we can extend our hip, right? So I'm going to arch my lower back, and I can flex my hip. I can round my lower back and think about sitting deeper into the stretch. It changes it dramatically because now my lumbar is not helping my hip abduction, right? My lumbar spine is not contributing anymore. Right? I can get more range if I extend my back and sit back even more. But if I flex my hips, that changes the stretch entirely, okay? If you want to sit up straight like this, you go here, walk your hands here. You have freedom to explore and choose your own adventure for this one, as long as you're feeling a stretch in your inside bits. All right? So we're going to hold this for about another minute, and then we'll start our pails and rails. And it's going to be the same concept, except now the ground is stopping us from closing our legs. So we're going to push the knee, the shin, and the ankle into the floor, trying to close our legs, feeling all the inside hip stuff under contraction. Then when we have our 20-second hold, we're going to try to open and spread our legs even more. Should feel all the outside hip stuff firing and turning on as we're trying to spread our legs out even further. Cool, right? Cool, we got another like 45 seconds. Yeah. Man, if you have any kind of like hip, back issues or knees, I mean, I've been doing this stuff for a year now. I got certified as a functional range mobility specialist. And then I love the kin stretch portion of the seminar so much that I went and got back and got another certification to become a kin stretch instructor. And honestly, guys, this stuff has seriously changed my life. Oh my God. Everything feels good now. It's kind of gotten me through all my injuries I've sustained in jiu-jitsu. It's also kind of made my tissues even more resilient to injury, which is really, really cool. All right, guys, it's been 2 minutes. Let's start our pales contraction, so our progressive isometric loading. Okay, so we're going to 20% try to close our legs. I'm going to feel all the inside hip stuff turning on. I'm going to try to keep my hips posteriorly tilted, right? Go up to 40%, close your legs. Hey, go up to 60%. Go up to 80. And go up to 100. And hold it for 20 seconds. Keep that tension, 10 more seconds. Whoa. And 3, 2, 1. Now reverse it. Try to spread those legs out without extending your lower back. Feel those glutes turn on. Try to spread those knees out even further. Woo! Keep going. Anyone who wants to learn how to do the splits, this is where it's at. Keep going. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Keep trying to spread those legs out, guys. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax into the stretch. 3 recovery breaths. Holy Josephat. Oh my gosh. In slow, out slower. And slowly crawl out of that position any way you want. Oh. All right. Get a drink of water if you need it. We're going to move on to our next part. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we're going to get into 90-90. I'm going to face you guys. So as best you can, from your hip to your knee, get a straight line. And then from your knee to your ankle, get a straight line. So you have a good 90-degree angle here. And in the back leg. Okay. We're going to work on some external rotation. So we worked on opening and closing the legs. That was a linear motion. Now we're going to work on externally rotating and internally rotating. So this motion. Rink, rink, rink. All right, so if we're all sitting up straight like this, I'm going to give you a couple movement cues to kind of get a stretch on the back of that hip. I want you to think about taking your belly button and pulling it as far forward as you can. And then think about your butt is like scooping and sticking your butt out as much as you can. So now we want an anterior pelvic tilt. You should feel the glute turn on a little bit more. And then last cue, I want you to think about turning the hip away from the knee. Boom. So I'm turning my hips towards the camera, and I'm thinking about all the other cues. Stick my butt out, belly button forward. Now from this position, I want everyone to try to pull their ankle up off the floor by keeping the knee down. Okay? I'm trying right now. You can see nothing's happening. Because I'm at my end range for external rotation. I can't go any further. So what I'm going to have you guys do, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to lean out onto my elbow. And then now I'm going to see if I can keep my knee down and pick my foot up. Oh, there it goes. It only needs to go up a couple inches. So as long as you can go up as high as that, that's cool. If you're going up really high, just sit up straighter. Now I can't pick my foot up at all. If I lay all the way on my side, now I can pick it up even higher. Right? So get to a spot that's hard, but not impossible. Okay? And since we're not at our end range anymore, we don't have to do the 2-minute hold. We're going to get right into our pails and rails. So in this position, I'm going to create tension with the rest of my body. So my back leg, it's not doing anything. It's actively pushing into the floor. This elbow's pushing into the floor. This hand's pushing into the floor. And then now I'm going to think about making a dent in this mat with my ankle. So I'm going to push my ankle down, my shin and my knee, but my ankle is going to go down the hardest, so it's going to go in this motion. Okay? So knee's going to stay flat, ankle, it's all pushing down, but the ankle's pushing down the hardest. All right? And then we're going to do the same thing, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Then I'm going to switch you. You're going to pick that foot up off the ground as high as you can, keeping the knee on the floor. All right? That's going to work on rotation of the hip. Here we go. So 20%, drive that ankle into the floor. Okay? Now 40% drive that ankle on the floor. Okay. You should feel the outside glute firing right now. Now 60%. Remember, everything else is working. 80% push that ankle down. Okay, now safest and greatest. I should not be able to pick your ankle up off the floor right now. And drive that ankle on the floor 100% and hold. We're going 20 seconds. Keep driving down, keep driving down, keep driving down, keep driving down. 10 more seconds. That ankle is so heavy on the floor right now. If there's a scale underneath it, it'd be saying 20 pounds of pressure pushing down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your knee on the floor and try to pick that ankle up as high as you can now. You're going to feel the inside hip stuff almost cramping up now. Now when you get there, pretend like I'm pushing my finger into your foot and you're trying to get it even higher. Fight for a little more from me, guys. Try to rotate that foot even higher now. Feel the inside hip stuff cramping up. Keep going. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then relax. All right, now we're going to switch sides. We're going to flip-flop 2 times on each side. So same setup. Line your side. Get those 2 90-degree angles. Find where, like this side, my right side is so much stronger than my left. Wow. Even from sitting up, I can still pick my foot up. But I want to be able to pick it up a little bit higher, so I'm going to come down on my elbow. Oh, now I'm getting a lot of rotation. Okay? So I'll get everyone to find their spot. If you have any comments, just leave it. I got my iPad right here so I can actually see. All right, here we go. So 20%, I want you to drive that ankle into the floor, right? Okay? Now 40%, build up to 40% tension. Remember, the rest of my body is working. Okay? Now go up to 60%. Go up to 80%. Feel the outside glute firing as you're pushing that ankle into the floor. Good. Now, safest and greatest, 100%, and hold. Drive it into the floor, guys. Hard as you can. Make this intense. Keep going. We're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse it. Keep that knee on the floor. Try to rotate that foot as high as you can get it. Try to get all this inside hip stuff to fire up. If you can't get your foot off the ground, try to lay your whole head on the floor and just get this inside stuff to cramp. If you still can't get your foot up, don't worry. That's called a sticky rep. You're still, as long as you're feeling the inside hip stuff cramp up as you do this, 10 more seconds. Try to fight a little bit higher. Pretend like I'm pushing on your foot right now, guys. Pick it up a little bit higher. Fight for another inch. Fight for another inch, 2, and then relax. Aye. And switch sides. Good. Set up in that 90-90 again. Lay down on your left side. Find your area where you can barely pick that foot up. Oh, I'm going to sit up on my hand this time. We're going to make this next set a little bit harder. We're going to go 15-second holds this time, guys, so not quite as long. Create as much tension with the rest of your body as you can. 20%, drive that ankle bone into the floor. 40%. 60%. Building up to 80%. The ankle's really heavy right now. Now 100%, and go. 14, 13, 12, 11. Keep going, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Keep driving that ankle bone. Remember, rotating this whole femur into the floor. Rotating it into the floor. And reverse it. Keep the knee on the floor. Pick that foot up as high as you can now. Feel the inside hip stuff turning on. Creating tension with the rest of your body. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then relax. Ooh, that was way more intense. Switch sides. Hey guys, man, rotation's the most important function of the hip. When you start losing rotation, it's signs of a pre-arthritic hip. You want happy, nice hips. Make sure they're rotating. That's why I do rotation almost every week, whether it's internal or external. All right, so I'm going to find my hard spot. I'm going to stay up on my hand for this side as well. As long as you can get your ankle off the bone, ankle bone off the floor, that's good enough. Okay, here we go. 20% drive that ankle into the mat, trying to leave a dent. 40%. 60%. 80%. Pretty intense now, guys. Now 100%. And hold for 15 seconds. Go, go, go. 10 seconds. Try to dent the floor with the ankle. It's the hardest thing pushing in the floor right now. 3, 2, 1, and now reverse it. Try to pick that ankle up. Oh my gosh. Fight for a little more, guys. Fight for a little more. 4, 3, 2, 1, then relax. Ay, ay, ay. Switch sides again. We're going to do some passive range holds. This will kind of close the gap between your active and passive range of motion. So for external rotation, if I grab my own foot and I pull it up all the way up here, look how much range of motion I have, right? But if I let go of my foot, see how it slams onto the floor? So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to create an isometric into an eccentric, okay? So controlled descent, so strengthening the muscle as it elongates. So I'm going to grab my foot, I'm going to bring it up to my end range of motion. My knee's going to stay on the floor as best I can. Now, before I let go of my foot, I'm going to start turning on all the muscles that pull my foot up off the floor. So I'm going to slowly start letting go of my foot, and I'm going to create isometric where I'm floating for 3, 2, 1, and I'm slowly going to let my foot go on the floor. Okay? Make sure that you're not flexing your knee towards your chest, because hip flexion is different than external rotation, right? I don't have a ton of external rotation, so I'm trying to make the example look as good as I can. If your foot literally just falls on the floor, it's okay. Just pull it up higher again, and you're training your brain right now to turn these muscles on and work the way that they're designed and meant to work. If you're not taking your hip to its end range for external rotation, your brain just doesn't know. And your brain's super good and efficient. It will just stop using that stuff because it doesn't need to go there anymore. It's an amazingly efficient machine. If you don't use it, you'll literally lose it. Right? So we're going to do 5 reps with a 5-second hold, and we're going to switch legs. So all you're going to do is you're going to grab on your own foot, try to pull it up off the floor as high as you can. Okay? Hold it there. Start turning on all those muscles that pull the foot off the floor. You're going to feel the inside hip stuff turning on. Slowly let go of your foot, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let that foot go down like there's a little parachute attached to it. Grab it again, pull it back up. Turn on everything that keeps that foot up, and slowly let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. That's 2. Grab it, pick it up, and slowly start letting it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. That's 3. Oh my gosh, it's a lot harder than I remember. Grab it, hold it, turn everything on inside the hip, and slowly let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Oh my gosh. One more, guys. Pick it up and slowly let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then down you go. Oh my God. Okay, switch sides. Remember, my one side always feels different than the other, and that's completely natural. So don't worry. All right, grab onto your foot. Take that lead leg to its end range. Okay, well, this side's way tighter but stronger. It's weird. Okay, now keep the knee on the floor. Slowly start letting go of your foot and fight to keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Grab onto that foot and pick it back up. Wow, this side's really, really tight. And let it down, let it go nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it come to the floor. Grab on, pick it back up to its end range of motion, guys. This is number 3, right? Ready, and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Number 4. And slowly let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4. Last rep, best rep. Holy crap. Bring it up. Slowly let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. That was really hard. Okay, good news and bad news. Good news is we're only doing 3 reps. Bad news, we're holding it for 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Whew, I'm sweating now. Okay, grab onto your foot. Pull it up to your end range of motion. Now you gotta fight really hard for me, guys. Okay, notice how when I let go of my foot, my whole body's not moving with my foot. Make sure that's not you. Okay, just let this hip be the only one moving. Slowly let go of your foot. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Grab onto that foot again. And slowly let it go. 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Fight. 3, 2, 1. I put my finger on my leg, it just makes it harder. If you want to do that, you can. If this isn't hard for you, put your finger on your leg. Here we go. Third rep, best rep. And let it go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank God that's over with. Switch sides again. Whoa, we're almost done. Grab onto that foot, pull it up to its end range of motion, and slowly let it go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Grab onto your foot, pick it back up, and slowly let it go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Grab onto that foot. Last rep, best rep. And let her rip. Let it go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly let it down. Oh, switch back to the left leg in front. Oh, Jamie, good thing there's no legs today in the workout. Now we're going to do some passive range liftoffs. So you can decide how much of a running start you want. We're going to try to get this foot as high up off the floor as we can. And you can make it really easy or really hard. I'm going to come down to my elbow again. Okay, so I'm going to work on concentrically lifting this foot off as fast and as close as I can. So 1. Without flexing the knee towards the chest. I don't want hip adduction. I want external rotation. What did you just say? Thank goodness. That's right. Okay, we're doing 15 reps. Stay with me, okay? Don't put your foot down until I say the number. Ready? And up. 1. Up. Notice how slow I'm putting my foot down, not letting it fall. 2. Up. So I'm getting a little eccentric on the way down. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. You should feel all this inside hip stuff turning on, guys. This is why it's so damn cool. You get to learn so much about your body. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Did you even know you could do this? Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11. Rotate. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. 15. Woo. Switch sides. Get to your setup. Oh man. Man, my hips are gonna feel so nice and buttery after this. I can't wait. Ready? And up. 1. Remember, try to rotate the femur so that foot comes off the floor. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11, up, 12, up, 13, up, 14, up, 15. And switch sides. One more set. Want to make it easier or harder, you can. Try to keep that knee on the floor, rotating through the femur, guys. We're rotating that hip so that foot comes off the floor. So all this inside business is turning on. Ready? And up. Woo, 1. Nothing going high now. Up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10, up, 11, up, 12, up, 13, up, 14, up and hold. Fight for a little more. Fight for a little more. Fight for a little more. And slowly let it down. Holy crap. Switch sides. Woo. Ready and up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. Hold it. Pretend I'm pushing into your foot. Fight your foot up a little more. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. Hold it. Fight for a little more. Fight for a little more. And one more fight. Go. Slow it down. Oh, man. Whew. Okay. Now for this next one, we're going to do some capsular cars from a sideline position. So bottom leg's going to push into the floor. We're going to do the top leg, because it's the leg we just didn't work. We're going to bring this leg up into flexion. So bring it there, bring it up to your chest. Then we're going to abduct it. So open it up. Okay? Now from this position, we're going to make sure the knee stays in place, right? And we're going to externally rotate and internally rotate. Knee stays in place. So you guys, everyone's in this position. I like to put my finger on my knee. Okay, I have legs open, toes tucked up towards my head, and I'm smashing this calf like there's a tennis ball behind my knee. I'm going to externally rotate. Watch what happens. I'm bringing that ankle towards my face as far as I can. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Then I'm going to internally rotate, bringing my ankle away from my face. As far as I can get it. Fight for a little more. So every time we get to our end range, we get isometric, and then we contract further. Now externally rotate towards the face. Find your end range. Fight for more. Internally rotate, keeping the knee where it is in space. Find your end range. Fight for more. Woo, that's 2. And externally rotate, bring the foot towards your face. Find your end range. Fight for more. Holy crap. Internally rotate. Find your end range. Fight for more. Woo, a 3. Externally rotate. Find your end range. Fight for more. Woo. Internally rotate. Find your end range. Fight for more. Oh, move more that time. It's 4. Externally rotate. Find your end range. And internally rotate. Find your end range. And then fight for more. And relax. Whew. Switch sides. Okay. So bottom leg pushes into the floor. Right? Top leg is going to pull towards your chest in flexion. Then you're going to abduct it. So you're going to open up the leg. Pretend like there's a tennis ball sticking back here. Only open your leg up as far as you can without leaning back, guys, okay? So let's be honest with our hip abduction. We do the self-assessment with the cars. The cars tell you how good you are, all right? Okay, now we're going to externally rotate. So foot comes towards face. Find your end range. Fight for more. Now, internally rotate. Find your end range. Fight for more. Remember, we're irradiating the rest of the body, so there's tension here. There's tension on this bottom foot. Externally rotate. Find your end range. Woo! Fight for more. Internally rotate, find your end range, and fight for more. And externally rotate, find your end range, fight for more. Internally rotate, find your end range, fight for more. It's 3. Externally rotate, find your end range, fight for more. Internally rotate, find your end range, fight for more. Externally rotate, bring the foot towards your face, find your end range, fight for more. Now internally rotate, find your end range, then fight for more, and donezo. Woo! Good job, guys. Let me know how you feel. My hips are pretty tired right now. You may be a little sore tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Who actually worked out? I know it's Jamie. Andre, did you work out? Dylan, did you work out? And Andre, were you able to get through all that with comfort? Andre? Oh. Woo. You're welcome. Okay, guys. Have a groovy day. If you're working out at 4:30, I'll see you then. Peace out. Boom.